one food that must be included in a teenage girl's diet?
Difficult. I have a long list of foods.
Yeah, but it's something that you feel like people are ignoring.
That's a constant that you would recommend.
Something that you feel like they are ignoring. It's great for this age group.
Maybe ragi.
Ragi.
And why I'm choosing it is because while we're all gaga over millets and we want to do everything millet, these days like millet puffs to millet roti and stuff,
correct.
I feel for teenage girls, because they're at that delicate age where they're going to turn into women physiologically, and then they're going to start off with these periods every month where there's so much of loss and stuff.
Yeah.
And because our teenage girls maybe aren't as active as they should be, and there's so much of gadget and the sleep cycles and
Multiple
stuff.
reasons.
I think ragi is one of those things that they must include in their diet.
The iron levels
Ambali
are-
thing that
Ambali.
everyone's talked about.
Yeah. Mudde, ragi laddu, ragi roti, ragi dosa. There are so many traditional ways of eating ragi. And that's what we need, and we don't need the ragi puffs and the ragi pancakes and
Correct.
stuff,
Correct.
because that is a problem. Abhi the moment ragi अच्छा है, इसके
सब में डाल दो.
commercial versions आ जाते हैं and वो somehow healthy है.
no.
But I think teenage girls
like
definitely
protein
need
now.
ragi.
Yeah. What about girls who are preparing to become mothers or preparing for pregnancy or want to become healthy to become mothers? What is the one food they must put in their diet?
Ghee. See, we also feel that when we want to get pregnant, we worry a lot about the weight gain that will happen and whether or not we will come back to it. क्या होएगा क्या पता? And then we start restricting a lot. जिससे we have to, जिससे we are the lowest possible to begin with when we get pregnant,
तो हम
right?
वो खाते ही नहीं है
शायद
फिर.
खाते ही नहीं है. तो ghee is one of those things that if women are avoiding, thinking that it's going to come in the way of
Weight gain,
weight
vanity,
gain. It's going to make them gain weight, and hence it's pregnancy के बाद तो खाना ही है, and things like that. I think they should definitely eat it because it's the fat your body needs at every stage of life, especially pregnancy. And these days with the infertility rates being so high, and it's not just physiological, it's a lot psychological too. Ghee kind of like protects you in many ways. Your gut, your reproductive system, your hair, your skin. It's literally preparing you for the pregnancy.
Also for women who are not getting pregnant, are at 30, 40, do they also do ghee or how do they?
Absolutely. I feel women, especially who are struggling to get pregnant, a ghee, like including ghee in their diet is a sure shot. Rice is a sure shot. Coconut is definitely a thing that they should include, and strength training.
So perimenopausal women, menopausal women, for that age group, 40 to 55, 60.
I think ragi again, because their bone mineral density is already low.
Yeah.
Right? And aches and pains are so much higher and intense. So ragi is something that they must include. The other thing that they must include is cashews. Okay, because this is also the time when women are feeling depressed, anxious, very low in their mood. Cashews provides them the nutrients and the minerals they require to uplift their mood.
So what is it? 3 cashews, 5 cashews a day?
A handful of cashews a day.
Oh, and it's not going to be high in cholesterol.
Not at all.
Oh, wow.
Cashews don't have cholesterol.
And when you say
So then why do they tell you kaju mat khao?
Yeah, same.
They wanted you to not eat all the good things. No peanuts,
Also
no
with
coconut, no cashews.
Ragi, you mean to are you supposed to have that every day?
At least as often as you can. So if not every day, because then I don't want you to replace your roti with ragi. Like I don't want you to replace anything just for ragi. At least 4 times a week.
Okay.
The cashews can be every day. And the other thing that menopausal women should definitely include in their diet is halim seeds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of hot flushes, a lot of mood swings, a lot of fluctuations in their hormones.
Is halim good for iron?
Iron,
Yeah.
exactly. So halim seeds, even though is recommended mostly for women who are lactating or have troublesome periods, but even for menopausal women, a bit of halim seeds compared to what you should have otherwise is very good.
You're right.
Okay, now for the last age group, which is all your 60 plus. Like my mum, who's
I'm-
way past menopause,
Yeah.
but now I feel is in a different phase of life where while she likes to eat her food, she also wants to be conscious of, you know, her weight and everything. उनके लिए क्या एक food है जो which she must include in her
And what
weekly
they
diet?
really need is more energy now, is because they
Yeah.
want to do things.
Yeah.
Because they have a little more time in hand.
I think rice. Okay, because with that kind of age, your digestion is very compromised, or it slows down. So rice is something that is easy on your
digest,
stomach.
yeah.
This is the first person.
Who said
Yeah, I
rice?
love her because she's saying rice is
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So rice is definitely important, and for that age group, ghee, because they have gone through the transition of times where ghee nahi khane ka, to now the kids saying nahi nahi ghee khane
kha
ka,
lo.
because now
Yeah.
it's known as clarified butter.
Yeah.
To now where they are, where they need that lubrication in their
Yeah.
joints,
Joints,
you know,
yeah, correct.
and in their gut lining, and they've been probably on medication and gone through so much stress. So rice, ghee definitely for them, and a bit of movement, which is other than what they're already doing.
Okay, nice.
So
And
good.
sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of young girls, women suffering from PCOS. Is there something they can do in their diet that can maybe not reverse it, but at least help manage it better?
Absolutely. You know, a lot of times I work with women with a lot of PCOD symptoms, if not full diagnosed PCOD. And just few basic lifestyle changes really brings about a big shift in their skin, in their hormones, like in terms of periods and how smooth they come and how painless they become. And so black raisins, overnight soaked black raisins is one thing that really works well with the women who have PCOD. Sprouted green moong, the pulse. So
After
pulse
it's
को
sprouted.
sprout करके खाना, that really helps them ease out their symptoms of PCOD. Roots and tubers,
Okay.
you know, like your sweet
Radish,
potato,
turnip.
radish, arbi, you know, so yam. These are the kind of things that they must include in their diet, and definitely not going carbless for their dinner. Because PCOD also comes with this whole insulin resistance and hence
Yeah.
weight gain, and you know, then the whole fix of ye nahi khaungi, wo nahi khaungi. Dinner being very important about it being wholesome.